Hello, boys and girls. It's your music teacher, Mrs. Huber. Today we're going to do a piece of music called The Syncopated Clock by Leroy Anderson. We're going to talk about the form of this piece of music, and the form is kind of like a roadmap for the piece. It's going to tell us whether this is music that's the same or music that's different. Have we heard this music before, or is this new music? I have the form shown on the screen right now, and if we look, we can see that there is an A section, a B section, and a C section, and at the end there's a coda. Let's talk about the form for this piece right now. In music class, we use letter names to show whether it's the same or different. We also use shapes sometimes to show form, so you'll see some different shapes on my page right now. The A section will be the beginning of the song, and we show that as a letter A and as a circle. If we look to the next part of the song, it's shown as the letter B, and it's shown in the shape of a square, which is different. So that will be new music to our ears. We won't have heard that before. But after the B section, we hear the A section return, and that is going to be the same. It's the same letter and the same shape, so we will go back to something we've heard before. After that A section, we move to a new letter and a new shape. It's the C section. So that will be different. It'll be new music. We have not heard the C section before. There's an A section and a B section, and then we go to the new section. After the C, we go back to A. So we have heard this music before. It is the same letter. It's the letter A, and it also is shown by a circle. The very ending of the song will end with a coda, and the coda is new music. It's kind of something we've heard a little before, but it's going to change because it's the end of the song. Now that we know the form of the piece, we're going to need some things to move and play with while we listen. So I'm going to have you go around your house and pick up some things for me, okay? Let's get started. First, we're going to talk about the A section. When we hear the A section, we think of a clock ticking. So we're going to need some sound effects for that. The staccato sound would be a short sound, like a clicking or ticking clock. If we were at school, we would be using rhythm sticks, but since we're not at school, you can use some pencils. And if you don't have pencils handy, you can use some spoons or something else. Anything you can click together. Okay, so get something to use for your A section. Every time we hear that sound, we're going to use our spoons or our rhythm sticks or our pencils, whatever you have handy. The B section is going to be legato. It's very smooth and gentle. And at school, we would use scarves. Mrs. Huber has a scarf at home, and we can twirl it around in the air and make very gentle, smooth moves. If you don't have a scarf, that's okay. Just go to your closet, and you can use a t-shirt. That's another piece of fabric that you can twirl around during the song. Finally, we get to our C section on the song, and that's kind of like the alarm on the clock going off. We'll need some jingle sounds. At school, we would use jingle bells. Mrs. Huber doesn't have any jingle bells at home right now, so I'm going to use a rhythm egg shaker. Anything that rattles or makes a jingly type sound. You could jingle some keys if you had them. I have an egg shaker. If you don't have an egg shaker or a rattle at home, you could make your own. Using just a Tupperware container and maybe some beads or some seeds or rice, anything like that you could use, something that'll jingle. And the last section is our coda, and we're going to use our scarf again, but if you, instead of just waving it around for the B section, for the coda, we're going to toss and catch at the end of our song. So the coda is our big grand finale. We'll toss and then catch it. Make sure you toss it close to you so you're easy to grab it back down. There you go, boys and girls. We have our form on the piece of music. We have the A section, which we'll use our sticks to click. Every time you hear that section, you'll be clicking. The B section is with your scarves, gentle flowing. The C section is with our shakers. And the coda at the end is toss and catch. I look forward to doing this song with you. You can watch the next video when you have all your materials and you're ready to play.